Hello Internet, it is April 24th, the 24th day of VEDA. Sorry, this construction noise is going to be happening the entire time. There's nothing I can do about it! A while ago, Team VEDA 2012 did a language/accent challenge, and even though I did not participate, it was really awesome. I have been bad about realizing that it's a challenge day until after all of the videos are up. Oops. Although I did not participate in it by making a video, I was really excited about all of the conversations that sprung up around these videos. First, I was going to record a response video to Mario Shut Up's video for the challenge, and then there was Gael's video, which was all sorts of fantastic and got response videos from Neenalized and Mark Ahenda, and the whole conversation was just fascinating and epitomized the excellent discourse that Nerdviteria is capable of. I am going to link all of those lovely videos in the description. Part of why it took me so long to record this video, aside from the fact that I've been insanely busy, is that my relationship to this topic is a little bit more academic because I'm really only fluent in English. The video on my big academic interest in this topic is going to take a little bit longer, so I kind of wanted to do this first to set that up so you know why that video is happening when I get around to it. The short version is that I'm really interested in post-colonial language politics. Going back to the Team VEDA videos, I'm just going to really quickly go through the things that struck me while watching those videos, so much so that I'm still thinking about these things a week or two later. Mariana's video was a really well set up conversation about how she feels that she has two selves, and that the self that speaks Spanish is fundamentally different, disconnected, and overshadowed by the self that speaks English. Gael's video was more about the lack of non-anglophones on YouTube and how that's unfortunate both for her and the YouTube community at large. Further, it was about the fact that few of the non-anglophones that are on YouTube get the kind of attention that the anglophones do. This whole thing does get kind of tricky because when you're talking about a lot of these major social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you are talking about American creations. It's weird to bring it up in this way because I honestly never thought of it in these terms until I wrote a paper last semester on the American media coverage of the different Arab Spring revolutions. My paper was about the way in which American media overemphasized the role of social media in those revolutions. Mostly the paper was about how this diminished the lived bodily experience of people participating in the uprisings and the very real consequences that they were risking by participating. But a small part of my larger claim was that there was a certain measure of posturing involved, which is to say that there was this desire to say, aha, look at all the good our technology is doing. And I think that this was largely reflected in the way that Hillary Clinton spoke about the use of technology and the internet in those spaces. A very different tone than she takes when talking about domestic internet use, but I digress. It was only in the process of writing that paper that I started to even consider these channels in those terms, because these things have a way of not belonging to any of their initial creators once they've been set out into the wild. They become ours, they become everyone's. Except that they do continue to belong to someone in the business sense. And so I can't help but wonder how the prevailing hegemonic structures lend themselves to perpetuating this reality. There are definitely non-anglophones in this space, so what is happening to shut them out? Personally, it's my lack of fluency that keeps me from seeking out non-anglophones. There is one vlogger who alternates between French and English pretty regularly who I watch consistently, partially because I'm hoping that it'll improve my French, but mostly because she's funny. That link also in the description. My take on the situation, and this is related to some of the things that I will say when I get to my whole post-colonial conversation, this has nearly everything to do with the larger power relations of English on the global scene. This conversation is personally frustrating because it reminds me that I am part of the problem here. I represent a piece of that disturbing majority content in our, majority status, letting everyone else be held accountable for bridging the gap. And I don't have a viable large-scale solution to this either. I mean, obviously the personal solution to this is to work on learning other languages, and potentially to take advantage of YouTube in that process. But on a more macro level, I've got nothing. The other thing that Gael said that's worth mentioning is the lack of attention for non-anglophone vloggers who vlog in English. Meaning that there are people out there who are saying, fine, yes, I will be the one to bridge the gap, Gael being one of them, while still being denied recognition for that effort. Popular Anglophone vloggers are still generally native Anglophones. Are we really so averse to difference, so cloistered and eager to seek out the familiar that we can't even cross the bridge that's been built for us? Sorry, I'll stop with the bridge metaphor, it's getting super convoluted. I'm not sure really. This video is more questions than answers, and I would really love to hear what you think about this, either in the comments below or better yet, with a video response. I don't know why everyone who's not me wears glasses, and my glasses for that matter. Also, I had my like Uncle Sam type character and my like anti-Uncle Sam type characters both wearing my glasses. So that's interesting.
I'll be better, I'll be stronger, I'll be steady.